Hello, my name is Mark Frasco. I'm the founder and president of Coact Associates. Coact provides a process solution to business growth and prosperity. We like to say prosperity because really business growth in itself is not the goal. We really want to build a prosperous, secure business growth system for the organizations that we work in. We design, we work in, and we manage new business growth systems for our clients. Our work is purely business to business with a healthy mix of both service companies and manufacturing clients. We manage over 45 business growth campaigns across the country in everything from customized packaging for pharmaceutical industry to technology solutions across all spectrums of the geography and market segments. Coact employs 25 inside sales and marketing professionals, and we do our work out of Ohio. In 1987, the original concept came to me for Coact. I was a young general manager of an industrial distributor in Southern California, and I had 13 outside salespeople. And I began to, as many new managers do, research a little bit on these territories and what their success had been over the last 3 years. And I was looking to grow the business and diversify the client base inside these territories. And as I did the research, I identified the fact that there was very little diversification, frankly, in the 13 territories. Every year, year to year, I pretty much had the same clients that we had the year before. And they were going up 5% or down 10% in each year, responding basically to economic cycles. I started to think about sales as a profession and why it had not benefited from the idea of specialization of task. If you think of different professions, take accounting, for instance, you have CPAs and you have bookkeepers, and in law you have litigators and law clerks. But when it comes to sales in those days, I had 13 outside salespeople, as I mentioned, and they were expected to do everything from research, prospecting, writing proposals, closing orders, and then nurturing and protecting business. And as I thought about it more deeply, it made less and less sense to me that that was the right solution to help grow businesses. The people who do that work really well, these professional technical salespeople, this was a company that sold pneumatic, hydraulic, and automation equipment. If you think about it more and more, these people were really designed for that face-to-face work, that application technical sell. And I was asking them to do work that was not suited really for their personality or their status in their careers. And I tried all different types of things to get them to make more prospecting calls and to identify future clients, and it really just didn't work. So the idea of specialization of task I started to develop. I wrote a proposal to the owner of the company suggesting that maybe we consider a concept called research marketing, where I would hire 2 folks that would prospect and pre-qualify business opportunities for these 13 technical professionals. Fortunately, he accepted that proposal, and we did hire those 2 people, and it was a very successful effort for this company. In the 1990s, I implemented this concept that I called research marketing at various companies that I ran, one that I also owned. In 2001, I formed a consulting practice named Vista Group, which is still an operating company where I work with organizations on strategic thinking and organizational learning, performance management. And I was working with one of my Vista Group clients working on strategy for their upcoming year, and business growth came up during that strategic planning session. This was a small consulting engineering practice, 5 employees, and he was frustrated with his inability to really grow the business. And so we started talking about this little story from 1987 and research marketing and where different players play and specialization on the sales continuum. And he asked if I could implement that at his company, that concept of research marketing. And I said, well, I really don't do that anymore. And he said, well, please, why don't you hire somebody to do that work? And so I was driving away from his building that day, and I thought that was a pretty good idea. So I hired a lady that I'd worked with previously. Her name was Melanie Garza. And I asked her if she would come on one day a week, and she agreed to do that. We worked with that client one day a week for a period of time, got a few other clients. And I guess the good news is in 2003, we formed Coact Associates. That client is still a client of ours after 7 years, and now he's about 50 people. And that person, Melanie Garza, is now our manager of operations and runs day-to-day operations. So I'm really excited for the opportunity to work with you and talk with you through video. We would love for you to continue to check in on the Planning for Profit site, looking for updates and ideas and tips, if you will, on how to grow your business. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you again in the future.